Viewers, welcome back again to the week edit here with me, YAHYA KRUBALLY on Vision TV. It has been a while that you haven't heard from me. Due to our schedules that we couldn't able to record it. This show every Saturday. So we are back again, and then I'm here with my special guest who is studying international relations, and our topic today is based on not international relations per se, but based on management and leadership. But we are going to limit ourselves to national relations. So welcome once again, sir, to the program. You can introduce yourself to my viewers.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Musa S. Gumane. While he have already introduced me, which is I'm studying international relations at MDI. So that's it.
Welcome, Musa, to our this special program here. And so when it comes to leadership, what do you think it is leadership?
Leadership is a person is a leader that leads people in an organization or institution. So mostly a person, if you are leading, you have to have a follower. So that's a leadership. Leadership have a followers. Those people are the ones that help him to cope with the works in his institution.
So when we talk about leadership here, you know, he's having all those both work to do, all those huge works to do, that he is leading people with different way of habits, people with different attitude, way of growing up, and then different characters. What do you think leaders face most, or what do you think he should do just to manage all these people?
As a leader, you have to be a calm person. You should not be tough person. You should not like dictate others, because you know that you are a leader of different background, different people, different ethnic, different tribe, different races. So if you are a leader, you have to be focused on those people. So do not focus on one person. Do not focus on people who are at the top managers, who are at the top, working at the top institution. Like you work with everyone in your institution, and even those people who are poor at the poor performance. So you try to engage with them, you encourage them, you motivate them how to do their work. Because some people at their workplace, so they are not much active. But as a leader, you have to focus on them. You build your responsibility. You focus on those people, how to increase their performance. So if they are performing low, don't ignore them. You as a leader, you have to go and help those people to work out their duties.
So how do you think a leader can do all those things? Because some people are there, they are just boring people per se. But you as a leader, what do you think you can do just to motivate them so that they will also reach to this thing, how to call?
There are a lot of methods that a leader can motivate his or her works at their workplace, at their company, which is you call a meeting, you call everyone, let them sit. If you want to motivate, now you motivate them according to the performance. If you perform well, then you promote the person into a next level, or you give the performance bonus. That will motivate your co-workers, and also you praise them. If you work together, example, and then you do something well, when I praise you, I congratulate you, you will do something better than the last one. So that will motivate each and every person out there. So you add the bonus on the person who works well. So it will encourage every co-workers in there. If you are working harder and I'm seeing you are adding bonus, also my leader is praising you. Also, you're having your payment is increasing because of your performance. That will also motivate me to work hard. So I will try to make sure that next time I will be in your shoe and then have some bonus or have a praise from my leader.
Just as you said, by increasing their salaries, because we all know that money is very important nowadays in societies. So by increasing their salary, do you think that will keep them to work harder?
Sure, it will. Like if you are earning something like $10,000 per month, and then we organize that if somebody works as like we set our goal that we should achieve that to the high level. then you are the causes of that to reach at that top level. So I will increase your salary in order to motivate you. When I increase your salary or I give you a bonus, you will say, make sure, let me do work. Maybe next time you will promote me to another level. So that will try to motivate all the workers in your institution.
And then there are certain subordinates also, like they are not content to whatever the leader is giving them. They're just being very stubborn. You ask a subordinate or ask a leader, do you encounter any such people, and how do you encounter them?
If your workers are boring at your workplace, there are a few things that they are encountering. Decision making. If you involve your workers in decision making, they will be happy. Don't ignore them. Don't interrupt them when they are talking. Just give them a chance to explain, to express what they have for the institution. If you give them that, so they will feel free and be comfortable at their workplace, and then know that who they are. Because if you are always dictating me, I will feel boring, I will relax, I will say this is not good leaders. So as that, you have to try to motivate them, give them chance to express themselves. So gather make a socialization among themselves. So that will help them to encourage. But if you are keeping one aside, you ignore that person, you will relax. That person won't do anything.
Exactly.
So as a leader, so those people that are boring at your workplace, try to motivate them. Just call them aside, talk to them, let them explain their problem that they are facing. If you give them a chance to explain what they are feeling, then it will help them to, you as a leader, now you work on that performance, and then the person will increase and go beyond the level that he was.
Here it's not about being at your workplace or any business activities or business issue. The things here is that even at home we have our leaders there, so they are not giving us certain encouragement or certain motivations that they should be giving us as a parents per se at home. And the children that child or that individual might feel like my people don't like me, or my people don't value me. What do you have to say about that? Or do you come across any such people also at home?
As I said earlier, that's it. Like, if you know that your child is bored, or meaning that you don't encounter the person in decision making, you as a mother or father in your home or leader at your home, so don't ignore everyone in there. Do not say that everything that comes in the home, you are going to be responsible of that. Just give them chance. Let them do what they want, what they can. But provide that it is limited. They should not go beyond the illegal attitudes. So if you see them acting on behalf of acting illegal, so you tell them that this is not good. You call them. Do not embarrass them in public. If you do that, the person might misbehave again. So in order for you to avoid that, you call the person. No, what are you feeling today? So what happened to you? So if you know the person explain what he's having or she's having, so at the end you work on that. At home, that is how people are trying to. Some people are feeling, because they left out.
Many parents also wouldn't like to dedicate certain important issues to their children for them to carry on. Likewise at work also, some bosses don't like to dedicate certain important important issues for their subordinate or their staffs to carry on, and those staff also feel they deserve it. It's also part of the the promotion or the things that a leader should take, because we all know there are famous quotation which keeps circulating that a leader is a person who set example for his people, and then they don't do that. Some people also will feel like I won't do it.
A leader, before you lead people, just look at yourself. Know who you are. You know, leadership starts with yourself. If you know that you can't lead yourself, you can't lead others. So you are always misbehaving. If I am a leader, so I'm always doing something which isn't good, which isn't in line with the institution. So that won't make the things go well, because your co-workers will feel worried. They will say that he's a leader, but he doesn't know his role. His roles to act. Because I can recall, I was working at one institution, like as a voluntary. That person, he just instruct us, he give us a book, and then he assigned us to do something. But you know what he said? He said, if you get one mistake, you're going to pay the book $10, and as a volunteer work, it's $100. One book costs $100. If you get one mistake, it's $100, and also no tipex on it. So as a worker in that institution, you will feel bored. You will not even work harder because you're scared of the person. You're scared of getting errors. So when I heard that, I felt bored. I felt lazy, completely, total lazy.
And
so I said, I was definitely discouraged. I said, this is not how leaders should be. So leader should be like, if your co-workers get mistakes, just rectify them. Congratulate them first, and then you say, no, you have done well, but next time you do it this way. That will encourage. But at the first explanation, if you get a mistake, the book costs $100. So it's not a leader, it's a dictator.
So what is different now between a leader and a dictator? To be more specific.
Exactly. Dictator command, leaders allow you to make decisions.
So that is the only specific difference now.
Because dictators dictate you to do something, but leaders call you for all of you to make decisions. But the dictator make decisions on behalf of others without calling their attention.
And you know, when we talk about leadership here or leading people, we will also touch a part of how to manage them. So, and then some certain leaders also don't have the patience, just as you mentioned here, and some also are very strict. They are just a dictator, if I could use that word. So, how do you think they should improve, or they should improve their the level of management within the environment?
There are few type of leaders. You know, we have natural leaders, which they're born with it. We have transforming leaders, which are not born with the leadership, characters, but they have learned and developed those things. So if you know that you are short-tempered at your institution and you are a leader, so there are a lot of media, a lot of websites, you can go and improve yourself there by following their leadership advices. Then if you read those characters, how to develop yourself, you will definitely know how to rule your institution. Because some leaders, they don't born with it. Like, example, if we are sitting here, we don't, like our leader, when our leader is not here, we can choose somebody. Now, Yahya, be our leader or present us in some way. Because you're not a leader, you're just presenting us. Those people, when they get institution without going through, so they will dictate people. And a leadership also, you have to start with the lower level. Like you rules 10 people, from there 15 people, 100 people, and then you go. But when they give you like 1,000 people at once, the work will be done.
You will find it very difficult.
You find it very difficult, and you become harsh on them because each and everyone will come with their complaint. If you can't handle that, you might answer somebody in a horrible way. You can say to them, "Get out! Every day you're coming here. Why this and that?" Because you don't train at your level at the early age. Maybe you can rule 10 people, 5 people, then from there you are going up and up. Then that will help you to handle thousands of people. Like how, example of leadership like Obama. Obama started with the basic school, from there high school, from there university, college, and then at the ending he become a councillor, from there parliamentarian, and become a president. And he's the best leaders in the US because he started with a lower level.
Yes.
But later, if you come and become a president like that, without going through those processes, it will be difficult, and some of the challenges, if you feel you can't do it, and you might violate some rules.
And if you won't mind, I will just set an examples of our current president right now. We are not touching into politics, but how do you see his way of ruling the country?
His way of ruling as I said, there are lots of steps that he should take on, and then I'm not saying that he's so bad, but I can blame some of his advisory co-workers in there because it is his second term. I might say he never have these large people to handle, to rule them. So people who have been in the institution, those people can help him to train how to manage his co-workers. But some people are there, they might misleading him, and then he could not able to handle some cases. Because example, if you as a leader, like you have never rules any high level, and they decided to choose you.
You will find it very difficult.
You find it very difficult. But you find people there who are working in there, but they are not open to you. So it's very difficult to manage those.
And there are certain also leaders also, they don't believe in people with competence. All they believe is just nepotism, favorism, and all these regime things.
Those are not leaders. They are bosses. You know, boss acts like they command. But leaders, they allow you.
In one way or the other, a boss can also be a dictator.
Sure. But
how?
Leader, like, if boss become a dictator, it might be his people who took him to that place. So if I happen to select you, I choose you as a leader in my institution. So whatever you wanted, whatever you said, then you said yes, it is correct. Whatever the decision you make it, you said yes, it is correct.
So none of your decision will be questioned?
No, decision will not be questioned. Like, we don't question you anything. Once you made it, that is final. So means you one day or the other you'll be a dictator. That's how some people be as a dictator. Because their co-workers are allowing them to do everything on their own without involved in it.
Now, coming to you, did you ever do any arts of leadership in any way?
Yeah, I have been a counselor since my primary school, then as a class prefect as well. So I encountered some difficulties and then some easy sometimes. There was a day in my grade 7, I was very frustrated, so I told my teacher that I can't help this leadership. He said that even a prophet is the best person in the world, and some people disagree with his opinions. So therefore, I should be calm and try to manage the classroom. So that is how I calm, and then I know that the value of leadership. Because then I was very short-tempered. Once you do the right thing, the teacher doesn't take decision on it, I get mad at it. But he called me and advised me, and then he told me this is how we should do. From there, I know it that what I was feeling, it's not good for me. So it will spoil my institution and me
your
as
image,
well.
certainly.
So, and it will tarnish my image.
I think that's what is the reason why many people are just scared of responsibilities. People like of my type, before I can say they just don't want any responsibilities to do, both in school, home, or anywhere.
Yeah, if you don't want the responsibility, maybe there are a few things that you are encountering. Maybe you are scared of public speaking. You know, a leader, you have to stand in public and speak. But if you don't have a strategy, the skill of speaking in public, you will scare it. You will be scared to be chosen as a leader. Because one day or the other, they might call you to speak in front of many people. So if you are scared of that, you will reject it. And leaders also have a lot of responsibility. If you know that you can't handle those responsibilities, then you cannot be a leader. You are always scared of what? Failure. And leaders should not be scared of failure. There are many chances. If you know that you as a leader, it's your first time, like they choose you as a leader, your first time, what you should do, you set a goal. If you set your goal, you plan it, how to achieve it. But if you know that it is already failing, just call your co-workers. If they choose you as a president or class workers, you have class prefect or counselor in your school, or like a head boy. You have people working around you. Just call those people. This goal I set, but I couldn't achieve it. How do you see? You see, now you give chance to everyone to speak. You take the good advice, like good opinion from others, then you act on it.
I know, certain leaders, if they have to do that, like they fail to achieve one of their goal, and then they decide to call all their subordinates or all the people around them that this is what we planned initially, but unfortunately we couldn't able to achieve it. They will be like, they don't feel like to do that, because they will think the people following them or the people behind their back will be saying, our leader, Ning, Amman fell long. So what do you think? How do you think the leaders that should show up to himself that this plan failed, and then his people, subordinates, started discouraging them or started saying something bad about him?
Before you set the goal, you have to call your co-workers, because everyone will explain his or her opinion in there. But you just set a goal that this is what I want to achieve at the end. Then you put it in a memo. A memo is a kind of letter
yes.
circulating in an institution. You write it in there. You give it to everyone, then they say that this is a goal that we want to achieve. Now, you make the decision on your own. You don't call them. So if that decision fails, everyone in the institution will feel boring. They will put blame on you. If you call them that, they will say this that he don't know anything because he make the decision on his own. He don't call us because he's thinking that he's a leader. But as a leader, if you want to set a goal, just call them. See, this is what I plan to set. Now this is what I plan to set. Like this is the goal that I plan for us to do it in the next 5 years. But it is approaching like 4-3 years, you cannot achieve that this goal that you set. You can call them back again. We sit here last time discussed that this is what we set for our achievement, but we could not have it. Then you move to plan B. You do plan B, which is like if you say we want to achieve, like we want to be a bestseller in the country, but you could not achieve it. You know what you should do? You call your co-workers, then the product that you have that you want it to be best in your country, then you go to the like famous TVs, radios, and then explain
and advertise
it. Then put it in like boards on the streets. Those things will help you to achieve your goal. But if you leave it within the institution, you just call one radio, TV, one radio or TV, so that come and advertise it. Now, if you know that is not enough for you, then you can call as many as, or you can look at the country, which TV or which radio that people follow most. If that is possible, like you get one in there, then you can try and then take your material in there and advertise it. Then you end up achieving your goals.
Hello viewers, if you are just joining us, you are watching the week edit with me, YAHYA KRUBALLY on Vision TV, and today we are talking about leadership and management. My guest here, Musa, and we are on we are at the place where he explained like how to set a goal, how to have both plan A and plan B. So do you think it is necessary to have both plan A and plan B just for one goal?
Yeah, it's not, it might be possible, but just focus on plan A, work on it, set the goal, force yourself that, just go beyond your comfort zone. If you do that, the plan B, you will not put that in your mind. Sometimes some people set plan B, like they think that they won't achieve plan A. That's why they set plan B. But for me, what I think of, like you have to set your plan A, you focus on it, you work on it, you sweat for it. Don't relax that I'm having plan B. If I don't get this, next time I will have another one. Like you are competing with somebody in your classroom about the first position, then you work hard. You say, let me leave him. If I don't get first position, maybe I will be the second.
Yes. Sorry for continue. There's this thing that also most people don't give respect to their leaders. They don't. Anything that the leader, like I said initially, if they don't criticize him, they will be like insulting him, or they will be like just to make him angry, just to make the leader angry. What do you have to say about those people?
Those people are not the good co-workers. Like
it is common in every institution or every family. If you have the good and then you have the bad people.
Yeah. If your leader, like, do not criticize your leaders much. Like, first of all, if you want to congratulate somebody, if you want somebody to do something, maybe the person is not happy about what the leader is doing. So if you want to make your leader to progress, then just give him a good comment. You have done something good. I know, you are very good leader, so we achieve the place. We don't put you, people choose you to be here, but this is your weak area. You have to work on it. As a leader, don't refuse. Just work on it. If you don't work on it, then at the end, people will start insulting you.
There are certain leaders, they don't want to be corrected.
If those are not leaders,
they don't want to be corrected.
You have to admit you're wrong. your mistakes. As a leader, you have to admit your mistakes.
Most especially if your junior staff is correcting them, this is how you're supposed to do it. They won't listen to you.
But those junior staff should know how to respond, like how to talk to their leaders. If you come to me in a manner that will frustrate me, I won't accept your advice. So you have to come with a good word. You have to know how to talk. Communication is very important in leadership within your co-workers. If there's no communication, there's no networking. So if there's no networking, your institution can't work. So as a co-worker, if you know that your leader is not working, just approach him in a civilized way. Talk to the person. What you're doing is not good. Just first of all, just congratulate him in his position. Just motivate him. It will encourage. If I motivate you and I ended up giving you your mistake, I saw up your mistake, you don't feel that bad. But if I give you a bad comment and I leave, you feel bad.
Feel very bad.
So, but before you do that, you have to come. You have done wonderful. You have been in this institution. This work is this and that. But at the end, you have to work on this because this time I see your weak area. So this is your weak area. So you have to improve. If you approach the leader in that way, the leader will accept. But if you come in a rough way, the leader will not accept that. Even if he knows that this is something true, immediately he will not accept it. He will just argue, push and pull, and then you leave. He might think of it later that what he said is correct, but immediately, that instant, he will not accept that responsibility of being a failure.
And then, if I could get you correctly, is that any person or any individual that these characters that you just mentioned of how to speak or how to respond to any people, it all starts at home.
Exactly.
So it means if you are not trained well at home, you won't do well outside.
Yeah. It's just few months ago, so we were having an inter-house at Mandai Park. So there's a kid in there. Everyone knows that in the school there he's very stubborn. He don't listen to teachers. So at the end, when administration were sitting, and there's somebody point out that this kid is very stubborn. He said, "Don't mind, he trained at home because his parents are not responsible. Like they don't take care of. This is how he responds his parents at home. So if you don't behave well at home, you will take it out. That behavior will follow you. So that's why at the field he was responding to teachers in a bad manner. So one of the teachers said, leave him. He trained at home. His people, his parents, this is how he responds his parents. So meaning that he don't train at grassroots. If you know that your child is, we all love our child, but there's a limit. If you give, there's a story that I read. A lady, she loves her child very much. The child is very pretty, very good, and everyone in society are praising. They love the person. So when she grew up, she went to school from nursery to her high school. She was taking first position, very good. She's among the 5 top people in the class. Even in school also, she was recommended in the school. So, but the mother left because she's pretty, intelligent. So the girl will go out at any time she wants. She will come in at any time. No one is
because the mom already built the trust.
Exactly. No one is there to touch. Once you touch, it's gonna be a problem between you and the mother. So she will come with the boy in the house, go out with them, in the school, move with them. You know what was the end result? She become being a prostitute, working at the bar. So she became pregnant, and all her achievement
went in vain.
And she ended up getting an accident. Like she fought with somebody at the bar. She drank, fought, then go out. The car come and
Okay, viewers. We are coming to the end of this program. I believe it is very interesting story and a very interesting book. So, wouldn't mind to share the title of the book and the author?
Exactly. It was an article that I read. I cannot call the book, but it was very interesting.
Okay.
That guy ended up being a loser because the mother trusts the person, and he ended up being a loser.
And then it is really important, and it is necessary for us to to build all those. We were not born to be good, so we are aspiring to be good. If you start at home and then you train yourself how to be a good person, how to be a good leader, I believe you will make it one day in life. So what do you have to say, your last advice, or do you have anything to say?
Yeah, that's last advice. Like leaders, they have to be a good communicator, like good speaker, encourage your people, inspire them, motivate them at their work, just give them a good performance bonus.
I think everybody needs inspiration and motivation.
Exactly. if you're not impressed and motivated in your work area, you feel boring.
It's not even at work area, this is even at home.
At home.
If people are not motivating you, people are not inspiring you, come on, you will be like...
You will not do anything. The results will be poor. So I'm advising each and every leaders to be very calm, look at your co-workers, allow them to work, allow them to speak on your behalf, allow them to involve in decision making, and they do not interrupt them when they are speaking. Do not look low upon on their poor performance, just try to motivate. This is what I have for leaders to do at their institution and as well as at home.
Thank you so much, Musa S. Gumane, and then this is the end of today's show. I believe you will just have to keep following us and following our both Facebook and YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.